Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully all of you are doing well out there. I'm, of course, your host, World Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about, yet again, another Tiger coming into the game at Tier 6, being the Icebreaker in World of Tanks Blitz. Of course, as it is the month of January, the brand new Battle Pass has come out, and the Icebreaker, you guessed it, is the tank you want to get your hands on. Now, not to mention, with the Battle Pass, I would always suggest to get it. Not only does it give you 3,000 gold, which is 100% worth your money, it's also giving you about 4 million credits to what I remember, and as well 100,000 free experience. You get a bunch of other boosters, times 5s, and everything else like that, but those are the big main rewards, and in my opinion, right there, that's already worth your weight in gold. You're getting 3,000 gold for $5. Normally, $5 gives you half that, plus the credits, plus the free experience. Definitely worth it, and as well, I think you're getting certificates for 25% off research, so get your hands on the Battle Pass if you do have the money lying around, and as well, if you definitely don't have any Tier 6 premium vehicles, because the Icebreaker earns a hefty sum of credits. Now, is there any difference between the Icebreaker and the Kiramori Mine, and as well the Tiger 131? Well, that's good news, because there actually is. Statistically, no. There's really no differences, apart from the standard penetration being 5 more on the premium and the standard. There's no differences on the damage per minute, the aiming time, the average damage per shot, the gun depression. There's really no statistical differences there. The only difference is the armor, and it's a good difference. If we go over to Blitzinger, you will see that the armor on this tank is fantastic. Now, first of all, if we take a look at the Kiro, you can see already that all the armor isn't red on the front. It's about 108 millimeters on the lower plate, 110 base, and as well the upper plate at 101 isn't going to be getting all of the bounces. Not really super thick, and if you're angling it at about 20 degrees or so, it's 174 millimeters thick. If we go take a look at the Icebreaker, well, that upper plate is 150 millimeters. That is a 50 millimeter buff. That is 0.5 more. That is massive how much more armor it is on the upper plate. The lower plate as well is about 125 base, which means once again that you are about 15 more millimeters of armor on the lower plate and 50 on the upper plate. That is a huge difference compared to the Tiger Kiramori Mine and as well the Tiger 131. If we angle it about the same, you can see these sides are still about 170, but the front is also 170 and the lower plate's about 150. That means that you can get a lot of impressive bounces on Tier 6 opponents and Tier 5 opponents if we do get in a good battle. So Icebreaker is going to really be breaking that ice when we do get into some battles here, especially with this game. Really, the only tanks that can easily penetrate me, I guess, would be the Icebreaker on the enemy team, as it does have actually very decent premium penetration at around, I think, 200 millimeters base. Oh, don't you love 2,900 ping, it says there. I think it always goes down, though, when the countdown starts. But vehicles like the Panzer IV, the M4 Sherman, the KV-1, they're going to have to load premium if they want to pen me. As well, even the Icebreaker has to load premium, to what I'm aware, if it wants to easily cut through the frontal armor on this tank. Now, of course, I'm going to be pushing towards the medium side. I don't know what my team's doing, but for me, I, of course, am mobile. This thing goes, I think, 40 kilometers per hour is the top speed, and what that means is, of course, well, I would be pushing medium, but since my entire team is deciding to go heavy, this is the issue with Tier 5, yeah, this is the issue with Tier 5 teams. Well, it looks like we're going to be pushing heavy. Sorry, I changed my mind. I don't want to push all alone over to the medium side and get myself butt truckered. So let's make our way over here and see what we can do. So they got a BDR, which is a very deadly tank, but the penetration is very weak on that vehicle to what I remember. It's kind of the same as like, yeah, it's not a much, yes. My English is not so much either, but let's get one shell into the Sherman. There you go, nice 224 tap there. Maybe we can get one into like the Panzer IV as well. Aiming and fire. Oof, nice tap right into the turret. I really didn't think that was going to pen, but you know what? Every now and then you got to take some risks, and that was a risk well worth taking. So as you can see, the alpha on this tank is very, very nice. Being able to tap people for a big chunk of their HP is something that's pretty dang good. 5 shells into the Icebreaker, we'll take them out. We've also got like the KV-1 sitting out in the open. We'll aim in. You can see the gun is fairly accurate for what it is. Of course, as I say that, we completely miss our shell, but to be honest, the gun is quite accurate for what it is. It's a Tier 6 Tiger gun. It's got decent DPM, as I said, at around 1,800, and with that, you're easily able to get shells into a vehicle like this KV-1. It's kind of funny, I actually helped him out there by killing his engine as he's now backing up into cover, but we'll get another nice tap into you. Something else tapped me. What would be that? The BDR, as I did say. That BDR does carry a pretty deadly gun. We got the Sherman off to the side, but the main person I want to take out right now is the Icebreaker. That vehicle has got a very, very deadly deadly gun. As you can see, that frontal armor is very troll-looking as well, trying to penetrate, but boom, nice shell into the Tiger. Wow, that's actually really good frontal armor, as you can see. That premium makes that armor pretty much irrelevant. We're able to get right through that, but when you think about it, that is a very impressive armor profile. We'll go aim in at this M4 and fire. Oh, wow, he actually backed up. Very surprised. I'm not sure if it's still sitting there, but we'll make our way over to the BDR. I don't know if the BD can actually penetrate me frontally, but we're going to find out. Hello, comrade. How are you doing? No, it does not look like the BDR can penetrate me frontally. We can't really pen him either. Well, I guess we can. We got the little bit of a turret. Weak spot. Never mind. We're just going to load premium. Premium is the way to go, I guess. Hello, do you like premium? Well, we don't need premium for that. Okay, we got the M4 Sherman off in the front, so a couple more seconds we'll have a shell for you, and maybe not. I wanted to get that. This Panzer's just raking up the damage. So what do we have? We got the Nazorn and the Panzer IV left on the enemy team. This was really just a steamroll, to be fair. There is the Nazorn, which we can easily penetrate high explosive on, of course. Don't you love that? And we also got the Panzer off to the side, who we got to angle towards as well. But with the Nazorn being such an easy HE, I would love to farm that, of course. So let's just keep on farming that. Even though he's got way more DP than me, we've got the HE, which gives us a bigger damage per minute than him in total. So one more shell, the Nazorn will be taken out, and we should easily be coming out with a victory in this game. Hello, Panzer. How are you doing? Not like you can penetrate me. Yeet! This tank is very, very fun. 3,200 damage or so that game, which of course is a very respectable amount for a tier 6 game. And there you go, not even a mastery pulled out for this tank. So as you can see, a very, very solid vehicle. We did about 50-60% of the damage dealt for our team. So we'll load into one more game here and see if we can keep up that good battle. Now, I will say the armor isn't going to be as strong against tier 7s, like strong at all, because the average tier 7 has what, about 180-ish millimeters of pen on the standard. They're easily going to be penetrating right through the standard, but if you're in a tier 6 game, and that is actually just all tier 6s, the armor should work quite well. Now, the vehicle that scares me is the SU-100Y. The KV-2 is not so much, because if I angle it correctly, I shouldn't be hit too easily. I still do have a cupola on the roof, and I think the armor isn't necessarily the strongest. I think a KV-2 can actually penetrate, yeah, the lower plate still quite easily. I keep forgetting that. It's only about 120 on the lower. So I do need to hide the lower plate, but if I do that correctly, using my 8 degrees of gun depression, I should be quite well against a KV-2. But an SU-100Y with standard will probably just cut right through my armor, no problem. And of course, at that 460 alpha, it's quite a strong vehicle. One that kind of scares me in my sleep. So let's get a nice bounce on the lower plate of you. I guess I don't understand. I hope you don't shoot me with HE. Please don't. Back up. Oh, he does. But don't worry. My gun will not penetrate because that is my luck in Blitz. Alright, let's try again. Aim in. There you go. Finally, a penetration added to our name. Now, I know because this guy's got such a long reload, we're easily going to be able to reload a second shell into him. There you go. Another nice tap. Maybe even a third shell. What is our reload on this vehicle? Honestly, I'm not even too scared if he taps me. We're just going to... Oof. I did back up, though. I saw him shoot, so I just won the back up, so I didn't take as much damage. We got like the Tiger 131 as well side scraping to me, but really not too much of a problem right now because as you can see, we're just ripping into enemy tanks. We've got the 131 pushing up, and as well, I've got a bit of an issue, which is my rear. Now, for some reason, we keep bouncing the Tiger 131. Don't you love my luck? And with tanks on my side, that's quite bad because, of course, I don't want to lose hit points on the tanks shooting me in the booty. But we're going to go for the 131 again. This time, it better penetrate or I'm going to be really mad. Yes, I thought it wasn't going to pen as that guy turned his turret just at the last second. But finally, getting a penetration in from this vehicle. We'll even load premium, and we'll still bounce his upper plate. Man, this gun is inaccurate right now. We're going to... I'm actually quite flustered with this gun. Okay, but that hits. I see how it is, Wargaming. Alright, well, we're doing decent. We're still getting out the damage, as it is. We're going to keep aiming in on this lower plate, and we're not able to get that one out. Just not quick enough of a reload. I don't think the KVs are waiting there. No, they are not. And we're going to keep aiming in on the Tiger's upper plate. Well, I guess that was his upper plate we hit there. Quite unfortunate where our shells are going. We've also got the KV-2 aiming in on us. Wiggle it like your life depends on it. Nah, that's just an HE. Not too bad, and we can easily start shooting you. Finish off the KV-2. So you can see, this tank does have a couple issues, which I guess is aiming in on a Tiger 131, as we bounced literally like 80% of our shells on that guy. And I can't even say it was my fault. That's the sad part. They were just ricocheting all off. But let's finish off the KV-2, or not. I guess we don't. And we've got the VK-30 off to the side, who we should should easily be able to get a shell into right now. Thank you. And all that's left is the VK-32. So let's keep aiming in on you. Hello, comrade. Do you like big miss? Yes, take it. I guess not. We're just going to sit here and enjoy the big view. Try again. Here we go. Come on. If this one misses, I'm going to be disappointed. Okay. We at least hit that. 1,900 damage. Come on. We can break 3,000. I believe. We'll even shoot a premium just to make sure pens... Oh, please tell me that was 3,000... Or 2,000, not 3,000. Yes! 2,000 damage. Okay, so even though we missed a bunch of shells, unfortunately bouncing off the lower play of that Tiger 131 like a bajillion times, we still did do quite good damage. 2,023. It wasn't the most, but you could see that it is a good vehicle. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below if you're going to be getting your hands on this month's Battle Pass. If you enjoyed today's video and you wanted to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. But other than that, hopefully all of you are doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.